is Michael Hill reporting for SBK News TV here at Donington Park for the European round of the World Superbike Championship 2012. I'm joined now by the double former world champion James Toseland. James, it's been a while since we've last spoken to you. What have you been doing since hanging up your leathers?
It was a tough time having to retire last year, and I was sat at home and at 30 years old, and I thought, oh, I'm a bit too young to maybe be talking about racing at this point, and kind of having that as a future career. And I'd always had music as a serious kind of fallback, and I loved it as a hobby. And so I've literally camped out in Scarborough writing songs with a friend of mine called Toby Jepson, who was the lead singer of Little Angels back in the 80s, and it was a very successful band. And he took the project on to write songs with me, and we've been writing some really good stuff, and got a few meetings hopefully in the near future to pitch the songs to see if I can make a career of it.
We're at Donington. This is where World Superbikes began 25 years ago. Special weekend for a lot of people involved with the championship. Also a special weekend for you, James. Not only are you being inundated to the Hall of Fame, Superbike Hall of Fame, but you're also now an ambassador for Donington Park. Do you want to just maybe explain a little bit about what that will involve over the coming months for you?
I'll be busy at Donington. I've been busy this weekend, but it's a great honour to see his name amongst the real greats. You know, the Foggies and the Biagis and Baileys and Courses. It's just, you know, to see my name amongst them, and the success that I had over the whole career. Really, I know I won 2 championships, but you know, I was in the top kind of 5 of the championship for maybe 7 or 8 years. So you know, I did really well for a long time, which I was fortunate to have as a longevity of career. But you know, it was a great championship for me. I had a manager who was pole position in the very first Superbike race here in 1988 at Donington, so he could give me some advice, obviously. But yeah, the whole, I don't know how many years it was as a professional. I think I was 12 years maybe in Supersport and in Superbike in this actual paddock. So I've got a lot of friends, and Christina and Olga and the Flamini brothers. They run such a good championship. It's been a great life.
And last year we saw you, we spoke I think at the Nürburgring and also at Manicorn. You were helping young Sylvain Barrier, who obviously went on this season so far and is leading, or was leading the championship by winning the first 2 rounds. Are you still involved in the sport in that aspect, or is your attention now turning away really just to music?
No, I'll always be involved in the sport. I made friends with Sylvain Barrier, the French rider in European Superstock. Last season when I rode for the Superbike team, and when I got injured, he kind of asked me a load of questions, and he was unsure about how to move forward with his career. And basically he came over to the Isle of Man for 3 or 4 weeks solid, and it was like having a full-time girlfriend. I was paying for his flights and his food and everything, looking after him, but it was really enjoyable to do all the training with him and really show him the ropes and give him the hints and tips about how to approach racing. You know, there's a lot about putting a helmet on and being crazy, but there is quite a lot of thought to be put into it, and a lot of thoughtful structure that you need to take into it beforehand to make sure you get the consistency there. Unfortunately, he crashed in Monza and dislocated his shoulder badly, and he's just had an operation. I'm hoping he's going to be back for Misano in the next race in European Superstock, because they're not here to really keep the chance on to winning the championship.
Now, we spoke when you were racing. I think we probably had our first ever race back in the super team. I think you were on a Cajiva and I was on an Aprilia, and never went on to achieve half the things that you did. I remember a good battle at Cadwell Park.
Never rode a Cajiva.
That's where probably, yeah, for sure. But if you could pick a race from your career, which has spanned many different classes, which is the one that sticks out for you as the best race from your point of view?
In Superbike, definitely the Brands Hatch weekend in 07. Of all my career, and you talk about the success, but I only ever had 1 double. Which was quite amazing. I don't know why I couldn't put 2 races together fully. I had lots of firsts and seconds, but never 2 firsts.
It's better than me. I couldn't put 2 laps together, mate.
But yeah, the Brands Hatch double, playing the national anthem beforehand, that was quite tough because I didn't know half the words to that, so I had to learn that as well. So it was a busy weekend, but that, you know, throwing the leathers in the crowd and getting that kind of response from the support that I always had in racing, which was always incredible, will always be a special weekend.
Excellent. James, we're going to let you go because I know that you're playing in the exhibition centre with your band later on this weekend. Good luck with whatever you do, and I'll expect the wedding invite in the not too distant future.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have it. It's a 200 capacity, and it's a good job I didn't put an RSVP in my mum's, actually, because she wouldn't be coming if that's... No, I'm joking.
All right, thanks a lot, James.
Thank you.